So guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be chatting about the newly released Premier League Player of the Month card, which has been awarded to Crystal Palace's Wilfried Zaha. Now at the time of recording, the cost to complete the SBCs to get this card is around 50 to 100k, which is pretty mad. I actually did the loan version SBC before even checking the price of the permanent one, which, you know, in hindsight, I should have just waited and done the permanent one. Either way, after using this guy, I'm definitely going to be completing the permanent SBC to get this guy on my main account, and you'll see why pretty soon. Anyway, before we continue guys, you know the drill. If you could leave a like on the video, that would be awesome, and remember to drop a comment too. Let me know your thoughts on this card and the SBC to get him. Okay, let's talk in-game attributes. Now recently, there's been a lot of high-rated Team of the Season player reviews on the channel, so, you know, we have seen some pretty mental in-game stats in the past few videos. Now, this Zaha card, it might not be as high-rated or blue, but he still has some great in-game attributes. Let's start with that shooting section, because this Zaha card has 92 shot power, 91 attack positioning, and 91 finishing. The long shots of 76, they're obviously not ideal, but due to his playstyle, that shouldn't be an issue for most people. He's got a couple of good passing stats, namely that 94 crossing and the 86 short passing. The dribbling column, that looks absolutely fantastic. This Zaha card has 96 agility, 93 ball control, and 95 in-game dribbling. And then finally, physically, we can see that this card has good stamina of 88 and decent strength of 83, which, you know, isn't amazing, but for a pacey attacker, it is decent. Anyway, let's get into the in-game footage and chat about how Player of the Month Zaha performs in matches. And as you already know, I like this card. I liked it a lot. He made an impact straight away, which obviously is pretty pleasing. So yeah, let's begin with the obvious. He's quick, he's rapid in fact, so we're not going to discuss his pace too much. What we will go into is his dribbling, which for me was brilliant. There was a dodgy first touch now and then, but once this guy has the ball under his spell, he is solid in possession. He's fast, he's agile, and he's pretty good for skill moves. He also is just not easy to dispossess because he's got really high ball control, balance, and strength, so defenders can have a hard time trying to get the ball off this guy. When it comes to scoring goals, I really didn't have many issues. He was a regular goal scorer for me. The power shots are brilliant, and you'll see that in the footage in the background. Very powerful, accurate strikes came from Zaha. His finishing inside the box is decent, but his long shots, they're pretty inconsistent. If you're going to shoot with this guy, I really would opt for the power shot or the cross goal shot, because that is what I had the most success with. His heading's pretty poor and he doesn't jump too much, so unless it's a free header, he isn't going to be scoring too much with his forehead. Positionally, I thought he was fantastic. He was regularly making good runs, he gets in behind a lot, and that's what you want from a pacey attacker. I thought his overall passing was really good too. His crossing is brilliant, and you know, you'd probably expect that with Zaha originally being a winger in FIFA. The short passing and link-up play was top class too, and you can see that being utilised a lot in the clips. Physically, we've already mentioned he isn't much of an aerial threat, but when the ball's on the ground, he battles very well. He's stronger than a lot of fullbacks, so when he does drift to the edges, he will beat most fullbacks for either pace or strength. Obviously versus centre-backs, you know, he isn't strong enough to battle with them consistently, but he will beat a few of them in one-on-one battles. Sadly, Zaha does only have a 3-star weak foot, so when it comes to shooting and passing, as you'd expect, if you want the most success with this card, do your best to keep it on his right foot. One thing that's great about this Zaha card is he has great attacking utility value. You can play this card as a striker, a centre forward, or as a wide cam, and he'll play them roles to a very high level. And if you really wanted, you could play him as a wide centre mid in the 4-1-2-1-2, and he'd do alright there too, but not as good as in the more advanced roles. Overall, I have to say, I was very impressed with this Zaha card. With Team of the Season being out, I wasn't sure if Zaha would be worth the time, but he is. This is a great card, and considering his cost, he's definitely worth picking up in my opinion. Although, I wouldn't advise getting him today unless you have a Team of the Season card in your club already that you're willing to submit. If you don't have one, I'd wait until the Premier League Team of the Season SBC is gone, and then Team of the Season player prices should drop a little bit, thus making this card cheaper. That's the theory anyway. So my overall verdict is, if you can't afford a Premier League Team of the Season striker, this is a pretty good plan B. Anyway guys, those are my thoughts on Player of the Month Zaha. Absolutely loved him. He fits my playstyle perfectly and he scores goals and creates plenty of chances too. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like on it. Comment below if you've tried this guy, let me know how it was for you. And also comment letting me know what you got in the packs if you did the SBC to get this card. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.